All right, there. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. Thank you for liking our videos. We are grateful from the bottom of our heart. We are saying thank you to all of our new subscribers and our new viewers. We are saying welcome, 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 welcome to Obodu Charities channel, where you get exciting news, enlightenment, you get educative topics, you get to learn a lot spiritually, physically, and otherwise. I'm really so happy joining you guys on this channel. All right, today we'll be talking about a very interesting topic, but do well to stay tuned as we give you mind-blowing, excellent topic. All right, welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please click the subscribe button, click the like button, and do well to share to your friends and your family to get new exciting topics, to get flourishing topics that would help build your body, your soul, and your spirits, man. Thank you so much. All right, back to what brought us here. Today's topic we'll be talking about a very essential one, and that is habit. It's more like our everyday thing. We already know, or we already used to it, and so therefore it's not like it's more like it's not something we really should be talking about, but it's something that has to be said. Yes, don't mind me. It's actually contrary to whatever that has been said now, but it's okay. And there's a reason. All right. What are habits? Let's start from the basic. Habits are repeated behavior that are done regularly, repeatedly, like almost every now and then. In fact, if not almost every now and then, you get to do this kind of things, behave this kind of way, give this kind of act or whatever at like every now and then. It's always there. Now habits are behaviors that are repeated regularly and tends to occur in our subconscious even when we don't know about it. We all know that when we stand up, when we're brought up, when we stand up from the bed, the first thing we do is to brush our teeth. If not, your mouth gets the smell. Yes. So that is habit. That is habit in its own form. Habits. We've learned that from birth. Even when we stand up, the first thing is to pray. If you don't have strength to pray, you can say, "Thank you, Lord Jesus, for giving me the breath of life." Yes, that is an habit. So these are things that we've done over time, and it is inside of us. We have 4 different forms of habits. We have the physical, we have the spiritual, we have the mental, we have the emotional. Now, the physical form of habit, if you see our brothers and sisters, you notice they wake up very early in the morning to jog, to exercise. It's something that they developed over time. They would have a reason, if not to shed off fat. Some other times they actually do it to keep fit and all that. Some persons do it just to practice ahead of some games they would love to partake in. So these are physical habits. These are forms of physical habits that these persons have developed over time. It is a repeated thing for them, something that they've done over time. Now, spiritual habits, the fact that you wake up at night to pray is a habit that you develop yourself to do. The fact that you fast at a particular time in a week or in a month or thereabouts, it's a habit, and the duration for the fast is a habit. It's something that you've developed yourself over time to do. That's for the spiritual. For the emotional, I would interclock the emotional and the mental together. Emotional has to do with the way you feel. How do you feel? Like, even if you get some kind of troubles, if you're in some kind of situations or circumstances at a point in time, there's a way you tend to feel. There's a way you tend to, even though it is seemingly bad, like that situation is not that all. There's a way you subject yourself to what you've told your brain that this is it. You are not inferior. Inferiority complex is a feeling. The same thing with superiority complex. So at a point in time when you feel you're in a kind of situation or circumstances, and you feel relaxed, like everything will be fine, nothing is going to bother me, nothing is going to disturb me as regards this thing. It's a form of feeling. It's something that you've developed, that attribute, that habit over time. Over time, it's not something that just came today, and on a normal day, on a normal circumstance, if you are in trouble, you're supposed to feel overwhelmed, distressed, disappointed, depressed, and the rest of them. But instead, you are feeling strong. You are feeling how would I put it? You're feeling superior. You're telling yourself, this is not going to pass. This is not going to weigh me down. I'm going to pass through this. It's a form of feeling. It's a habit you build over time, and this could come from reading the Word of God. Yes, that's like an excellent way of having of developing yourself in that kind of habit, in that superior habit, or listening to messages, listening to reading literatures and the rest of them. These help build our faith that at this time, whatsoever it's going to be, I'm still going to put my trust in God, and nothing is going to put me or pull me down. That is a habit that has been developed. Same with the mental one. The mental one has to do with how do you think, positively or negatively. Like something just came up, and okay, I'm in a bad situation. Like I'm using an example, an instance, and I say academically, I'll use an example, a life example. I think in 200 level, when I was in University of Benin, I had read, like 100 level I was not really that serious, but 200 level I already told myself I don't have any choice but to stay put in this course, human kinetics and sports science. That's the course I read in the University of Benin. And I was like, okay, I don't have any choice. I've written jam in other places where I actually merited it, but I was not given. But since this is what I have on ground, let me just stay put. So 200 level I had to read and read and read and read and read and read and read. So I I wrote the exams for 200 level. Meanwhile, let's flip back. 100 level, I had several carryovers because I was telling myself I'm not going to do this course, I'm not going to do this, and I'm not doing. You get. But I don't know. I just had to pick. I just had this feeling that I cannot fail. Even if I had those carryovers, there's something that I can still read. I can still buckle up my stand up on my feet, be eager, be diligent to reading at that time to pass my exams. And I did. 200 level, I wrote my exams, and it was when I got to see the result, I was surprised. Like me, a whole me. Instead of getting A, you're giving me C. This lecturer's okay. Are they fine? So I had to meet the exam board for the department at that time. I went to his office. I felt down. He showed me all my scripts, everything I wrote, all what the lecturers has marked, and compared them with other ones. I was like, see what you missed. You didn't do it, even though you read and you wrote. You felt you wrote, but you didn't write accurately. I felt really down. I cried. I came out of his office crying. That was a feeling, a negative. I told myself that time I'm not going to read again. I don't care. If I like, let me go. That was a negative mindset I had that time. But thank God for the people around me that helped me. So apart from the fact that you read the Word of God, you listen to messages, you read literatures, have the right set of persons around you. These persons will help you come up in your trying time. So I was encouraged, and guess what? Final year, I was one of the best. 300 final years, I was one of the best. I was among first 10 best graduates at that for that level, not for the whole course itself, but for that level. I was very okay because my mindset has started coming up, and I had set of friends that already helped me. Again, I had another scenario where even in that same year, I had migraine headache. Like I could not read, I could not do anything. Thank God for the set of persons, Grace, Mrs. Grace. Now she's married, and other persons that stood by me. They helped me. They read. They had to read. Of course, everybody has to read, but me, if I read, I have headaches. I cannot assimilate. Yeah, it's not like I cannot assimilate at that time. I was able to assimilate little. So all these persons, I told them, and they helped. So it helped me position my mindset in a way that I have to be positive. There's always a way out. I tell myself this: there is always a way out, no matter the situation, no matter the circumstance, there is always a way out. So this actually helped me. The friends I kept at that time helped me buckle, and thank God for God, we came out well and we are okay. So that aside, I was trying to talk about the mental habit we formed. That was the way, in that time, that was the way I actually developed my mental habit, that at any time and at any day I am positive no matter the situation. There is always a way out. That's what I tell myself. There is always a way out. So that is that. Now, we've been hearing 21 days is like the meaning is a time frame for a habit to be formed. I would say yes, and I would say no because of researches I have conducted over time. A psychological research said 18 to a minimum of 18 days and a max of 256. It can be more. A habit can be naturally be formed, like every now and then. Now I would go with 21 days is like a general format so that everybody gets used to their self, gets to know what to do, gets to take in the needful. 21 days, and that was actually developed by a man, Dr. Matz. Yes, Dr. Matz was the one that said 21 days is a unique time frame to get used to a behavior, and 21 days is more like 3 weeks, 7 days in a week, 3 weeks. So 3 times 27 days gives 21. So 21 days you get to practice this thing over time, and your body gets used to it, even when you don't know about it or you've forgotten about it. It takes you back. It helps you, your body reminds you of what you have stored in before time. So that is it. So 21 days is the time frame as accepted by everyone as time frame to develop a habit. Now there are stages of habits. Stages of habits comes in four different forms, and we have the cue stage, we have the craving stage, we have the response stage, and we have the rewarding stage. Now take, like, for example, I want to form a habit of taking Pepsi all over the world. And okay, let's use the word Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola should be everywhere. Yes, it's everywhere. It has been in existence for a long time. So I'll use that word, Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, I want to take the habit of having Coca-Cola every day, not every day. The cue stage initiates the behavior. This bottle is actually nice, it's beautiful, and everybody's actually saying the taste is nice. Let me initiate the behavior. So cue stage is where you get to initiate the behavior, trying to see reasons why you must or you should take Coca-Cola at that point in time. All right, you take the Coca-Cola, that's initiating. Then craving, the second stage, you get to crave for it. I think I have to give it a try. This Coca-Cola is amazing, and the bottle is, everything. And the way people are talking about it, you start craving for it, you start wanting it, you start salivating for it. At that point in time, that's the craving stage. The response stage is when you perform the actual habit. You take the Coca-Cola and you take it in. You experience the taste. Alright, so you experience the taste of that Coca-Cola, and the reward stage is it's actually nourishing. It's sweet as they say, it's tasty as they say. It has this nice taste and it's wonderful. That's a reward. You've satisfied your cravings. So now it happens to every other thing, the bad and the good habits. Whatsoever we formed, whatsoever we tend to form or we have formed over time came from these four stages: cue stage, craving stage, the response stage, and the reward stage. They came from these four stages, and definitely our habits are in this line and in this format. No matter what, reading your books and turning to pass an exam, you initiated that behavior of wanting to make A's. That was the behavior, and the craving was, I need to make this A's. I need to study my books, and that's how you come about reading your books, even when it is not convenient. And the response stage is when you actually do it. You are doing it, doing it, doing it. The response is at the end of the day or at the end of the semester, getting a result befitting the craving, getting a result befitting the cravings you had before now of making A's, and you've gotten it. That's like the response, the reward stage, where you get to know, oh, okay, I had a craving of making A's in my exams, and now the reward is actually giving me, it's actually A's I'm getting, or even more than A's. You tend to, at the end of that reward stage, you either feel bad or good, depending on how you performed it, depending on how you went about your cue and your craving stage, as well as the response stage. So all of them are intertwined. So apart from that, yes, there are so many ways of cultivating habits. But before then, I would like to talk about good habits. Good habit, good habit, good habit, good habit. Everybody knows good habit, good and habits. So repeatedly doing a good behavior over time, and even when you are not conscious about it, it just comes up like a tana. It comes up like that. Don't worry me. All right. So good habits are oftentimes based on self-discipline and control. If you can pass this self-discipline and control, you are good to go. The road is big and is wide. You are going to pass that obstacle, that self-discipline and control. If you can pass it, oh my God, I give you caps for any good habit that you're trying to form, or for any good habit that you're trying to inculcate inside of you. So that is it. Good habit is based on self-discipline and control. It takes a lot of self-discipline and it takes a lot of control. All right, it's fine. We'll talk more about that in our videos, if not next, but other videos coming up. We'll talk about them later on. All right, so good habits, or how do we, or should I put successful habits? Successful people and their habits. Yes, a lot of persons are successful because of a certain kind of habits that they've attributed over time. So now the assignment is, if you want to make millions, billions, trillions, there's a certain habit, or there are habits, good habits or habits that you tend to or you should abide by. Now it's for you and I to go to our drawing board, look for those habits that we need to change, pull out and abide, that will help us train in that part. If you want to make A's too, the same thing, you need to have good habits to move in that direction. You need to have a certain kind of habit to move in that direction. If you want to be successful in your career, to in your work, you have to have good habits to train in that direction, to be excellent in that direction. People don't just come by getting things without a process or a procedure. There's a process and there's a procedure that everybody must follow. So now it's for you and I to go back to the drawing board and know what habit should be removed, should be inculcated, or should be changed for us to be better people. Thank you so much for listening to this channel, to us, to me, to every, yes, in fact it's all of us that are speaking over me. But thank you so much for listening to this channel. Do well to subscribe, like, and share.